Times now with me, Priyal Bahal. Who is going to be the next Chief Minister of Karnataka? That is the question that is going to be decided in the Legislative Party meeting that is going on currently in Shangri-la Hotel in Bengaluru. All the top leaders of the party, the elected MLAs, as well as 3 observers that have been sent down from Delhi will be present, are in fact present right now behind closed doors. Those discussions are going on. The message will be taken back from the MLAs by these observers to the High Command, and then a decision is likely to be expected. But if there were a paper that were to be circulated, whose names would it have on it? Because while for the longest time we thought that it was only about DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah, today the game has changed yet again. But before I come to the details of who all have thrown their hats in the ring and why do they think that they have a fair chance, DK Shivakumar today went on a temple run this morning in Kanakpura. Several Vokaliga seers met him. Later in the evening, he visited Lingayats in the Ganga Mat seer in Tumakuru as well. Eventually, now he is in Shangri-La Hotel for that huddle. Meanwhile, Kuruba community leaders also organized a meeting in Bengaluru, after which they unanimously decided that they are going to demand that Siddaramaiah should be made the Chief Minister of Karnataka. This meeting, remember, was also attended by several backward class union presidents as well. Kuruba Samaj was present because Siddaramaiah is a Kuruba himself. All this muscle flexing kept going on through the course of the day. There were vocal pitches also made, from posters being put outside the houses of both the leaders and across the cities, pitching for them as the Chief Minister, to their supporters raising slogans saying that they would have no one else but DK Shivakumar or Siddaramaiah as the Chief Minister. But here is where the twist in the tale comes. We so far have been focusing only on the candidate, but perhaps it is time to look at the caste equations as well. We have seen several leaders coming in and saying that why only the Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar? MB Patil could also be a Chief Minister. G. Parmeshwara could also be a Chief Minister. In fact, Shamanur Shankarappa, who is Congress's oldest MLA, 91-year-old MLA, he has said that my son can also be a Chief Minister in the state. And why does he say that? Because remember, Shiv Shankarappa is a Lingayat leader. He was the one who played a very important role in getting Lingayat support for the party, especially the Veerashaiva Lingayats. And why does he hope that his son can become the Chief Minister? Because the numbers there on your screen are in his favor, or at least in the favor of his community over there. Because unlike what has been traditionally seen, that Vokaliga vote goes to the Congress mostly, Lingayats have been very loyal BJP voters. This time around, maximum number of MLAs that the Congress has in its kitty are from Lingayat community. And look at the difference over there. If you could just play that graphic once again, there are 39 Lingayat MLAs. There are 21 Vokaliga MLAs. DKS is a Vokaliga leader, but you also saw him earlier in the day meeting the Lingayat leaders, just sending a message that Lingayats are also supporting me. SC/ST happened to be the second largest group of MLAs. G. Parmeshwara is one of the prominent names coming from that group. Then you have the Kuruba community, 8 MLAs. Why is that significant? Because Siddaramaiah comes from Kuruba, but he has a wider support that he enjoys amongst the minorities as well. The Muslims have sent 9 MLAs this time around. Also, the OBCs in all, including the 8 Kuruba MLAs, the number of MLAs that are from the OBC community are standing at 19 over there. Will these equations play on the minds of the leaders, whether they are in the Shangri-La Hotel right now or in High Command's mind when they pick who is going to be their next representative? Or will it be the caliber of a candidate? We got several reactions coming in through the day. Listen in.
Sir, 36 Lingayats have won from Congress this time.
Yes.
Sir, Lingayat community is strongly back. We are demanding that Lingayat should be CM.
Yes,
sir?
we are also demanding.
You're demanding Lingayat should be CM?
For the CM post, we are demanding.
Deputy CM post, sir?
Not the deputy CM.
CM post, sir. CM post. Who is the candidate?
Meeting.
Sir, only one sir.
We are so many in Lingayat party. Community, Lingayat community. MB Patil is there, our Isur Khande is there, myself is there, Mallikarjun is there. So many people are there.
So you are also in the race for CM, sir?
Yes, why not?
Not like that. In every party, ambitions will be there. Not only Siddaramaiah and Shivakumar, even Parameshwar is also interested. MB party is also interested. That it is not a wrong thing. Everybody have ambitions. But finally, only one will be the Chief Minister now. That High Command will decide.
of Karnataka?
Our MLAs and High Command will decide.
Is Ramingareddy sir
No.
in a race of
I am not at all.
for ministry, sir?
Minister, I will get.
My colleague Deepak now joins us. So Deepak, I hear a lot of action is happening behind you. Take us through it.
Well, right at the entrance of Shangri-La, Priya, there's of course Congress supporters, but also divided Congress supporters. One side you have Mr. DK Shivakumar supporters, and the other side Mr. Siddaramaiah supporters. And here as well, you're looking at this very similar situation. I'm going to show you here a couple of them, of course, holding Mr. DK Shivakumar's flag, and one person there. Let's try and get in some, reactions from people. You're all here to support Mr. DK Shivakumar, sir. And you can see the flag, of course, bearing Mr. DK Shivakumar's, photo as well there. A lot of them here, DK supporters. But on the other side, let me in fact ask my video journalist Sunil to show you what's happening this side. A lot of them holding Mr. Siddaramaiah's, pictures. Let's turn around a bit. Here you have Siddaramaiah's picture. All of them, of course, Siddaramaiah supporters. Nivela Siddaramaiah supporting.
Yes. The next CM will be Siddaramaiah. The next CM will be Siddaramaiah. Next CM, Siddaramaiah. Congress illa.
Well, interesting statement. He says without Siddaramaiah, Congress stands no chance. He even makes a mention of the next Lok Sabha elections as well. So this is what it means for the Congress party. It's not just about making this decision now, choosing one of them to become the chief minister. It's about the hopes of the Congress party in the upcoming elections, be it the Lok Sabha elections of 2024, be it the BBMP elections that are coming up, be it all the local body elections in different parts of Karnataka. All of this boils down to who's going to be, of course, the face, and whether that particular individual can keep the flock together, beat the MLAs, beat the party cadres and the Karyakartas. So a big decision in the making. MLAs are seated together. The observers are here. The AICC leaders, of course, will be monitoring this very closely.
They will be monitoring this closely because they have to take the message back. We've got reactions coming in from Pragya and Imran as well. Live visuals, if you could play out from outside the venue of the Legislative Party meeting.
Strong opinions there, strong support for each of the leaders, and the face-off happening right in front of the Shangri-La Hotel in Bengaluru.
Posturing going in over there. Joining me on the broadcast to help us understand the behind the scene story, Anand Gurumurthy of the BJP is joining us on the broadcast. Nikhil Jain, political analyst. Sanket Yenagi, advocate, is also with us. JVC Sriram, political strategist. Anand Gurumurthy, one thing befuddles me right now, and I have been saying this repeatedly, what is the question that the MLAs will be asked?
Basically, their MLAs, they have to elect the leader of the legislative party, and that's what they are going to do. Okay, and we are not asking that question to them, who's going to, it's the media, because you are also a channel of the people, and you are asking that question, right question. But we are only worried about two things. One is, whatever they have provided in the manifesto, See, Aam Aadmi Party did something like this in Delhi, and now they are being questioned by the courts because, whatever is not possible, these people are offering to the people and, then retracting and then doing a lot of halla-gulla and then, spoiling the financials and economics of the states and then not taking any responsibility. So leaders are not, something they can just do like this. This has never happened in independent India. In the last 5-10 years, this is happening. Okay, which is very wrong. So we are focusing only on one point: how they are going to, fulfill the manifesto promises. Number one. Number two is law and order. Already this kind of fighting and other things. Law and order is the primary concern
Sir,
of a good
I'm really
citizen.
sorry. With all due respect, you will have the next 5 years, given the kind of numbers you've got, to convince us about your agenda. And you have managed to convince the people of Karnataka, most importantly. But who is going to be the chief minister under whose leadership these promises will be fulfilled?
See, basically, we cannot tell who the CLP leader will be there.
Which is why I'm asking. My question was that initially we thought it is only going to be, okay, whether you are on DK's side or Siddaramaiah's side. Now everybody says MP Patil can also be a chief minister.
Really
Shamanur Shiv Shankarappa says my son can also be a chief minister. So
one more thing
is there a list where they need to tick the boxes?
No. One more thing. As a BJP spokesperson, I cannot answer this question. Second thing is, we do not divide everything with respect to caste and, then assign a chief minister or anything. This BJP has been very clear. Chief minister or prime minister or any minister, it comes with what kind of this thing, like how much they can add value to that post. Based on that, we like to decide. So how Congress decides, we don't know. We are not interested in that. But they have to follow all the manifesto, this thing, so that they have come with, people have voted them with some aspirations, right? We want those aspirations to get fulfilled. That's what we are questioning on them.
Right. Sanket Yenagi, so that's the template that the BJP follows. They care about the manifesto, and to give credit where it's due, we generally don't get to know when they pick the chief minister. It's usually a surprise candidate. Only the names are declared, and that's when we get to realize that who is going to be the chief minister candidate. But what, according to you, should be the formula that Congress should follow?
Well, as such, if we can look at the history of the Congress, there are several yardsticks which the Congress has been following. Number one, the contribution to the party's success. That is one part. And number two, the loyalty to the party, dedication, performance, and his connectivity with the people, in the sense the party workers or the party leadership, so that he can be the bridge between a base level party worker and the top level leaders. These are all the things which should be considered. And understanding of administrative experience and having an administrative experience is again one point which would be essential for selection of the candidates. And the personal behavior, like the quality to take everyone into confidence, or every member of the assembly into confidence, or being a team leader. These are all the additional qualities in a democracy, especially while selecting a leader of the legislative party.
Okay.
That is being followed, especially insofar as Congress I'm saying about. But other parties, they have their own methodology. It depends from party A to party B. Yes.
Right. Nikhil Jain, now for the first time probably, there are 39 MLAs coming in from the Lingayat community. A major charge that the party had been facing from the BJP is that in the past, when only 2 times have they picked a Lingayat CM, and that too they have insulted those CMs, was BJP's allegation. This time around, with the kind of support that the Lingayat community has shown for the Congress party, and has even surpassed the traditional Vokkaliga and OBC and SC, ST and minority support when it comes to numbers, do you think that Lingayat leaders are justified in pitching for their candidate as a chief minister?
See, first of all, I don't take allegations against the Congress disrespecting a Lingayat CM when the kind of disrespect the Prime Minister has shown towards B.S. Yediyurappa. That apart, the formula that the Congress would choose to determine who gets to be the next Chief Minister is the formula of the Constitution. That is simply whichever person the Congress Legislative Party polls in, whichever person gets the maximum votes of the 135 MLAs, that person gets to be the chief minister. See, Congress is a democratic party.
So
it's not
again,
like a Tughri Farman from Delhi would come from 7 Lok Kalyan Marg and some random person would be anointed as the chief minister. It has to be by the democratic vote of the MLAs that have been elected by the people of Karnataka.
Right. Again, the same question that I put to Anand Gurumurthy earlier. If there was a performa prepared for the MLAs, when you say that they will ask MLAs, who do you support, how is it going to be asked? How is that question going to be framed?
See, I don't think these things need to be that subjective. They can be as simple as which MLA's choice is which person, whether it is Mr. M.B. Patil, whether it is Mr. Siddaramaiah, whether it is Mr. Shivakumar. Whatever a given MLA chooses, for whatever reasons, they may have their own loyalties, they may choose to go with their own caste, they may choose to go with a person they deem to be more popular amongst the public, they may choose to go with somebody who they think is a more credible leader to the people. Whatever the considerations the MLAs choose upon, that is their prerogative. So
right.
I don't think that there's a lot of point in us trying to figure out the formula how a chief minister is made. As simple as that, whichever person gets the maximum votes of the Congress Legislative Party, they get to be the chief minister of Karnataka.
Anand Gurumurthy, Congress supporters would have us believe that whichever person gets the maximum number of votes of the MLAs will be the CM, but Himanta Biswa Sarma, who is now in your party, would vouch otherwise.
What has he vouched for? What did he say? Because I'm not aware of the statement.
No. So what Himanta Biswa Sarma has said, that when there was a revolt in Assam, Ghulam Nabi Azad actually came out to say that recently, that he was sent to assuage the crisis, to handle the crisis, and then when he took a count of how many MLAs were backing which person, and Gogoi had a support of minority MLAs, maximum number of MLAs were supporting the Himanta Biswa Sarma camp, but we all know which way that story went. So when the Congress says that MLAs will decide, it becomes very difficult to digest that.
See, wait. One thing is, if the democratic process is really going on, that is good. It's not bad. Okay, if the MLAs are really selecting their leader, that is good. But comparing one state to another state may not be correct, because Karnataka has been, very politically very stable and very silent state in terms of road shows and other things. Actually, what we are seeing today is a little bit of halla gulla going on, which is what we are worried of, because I pointed out, that is the second point which I pointed out. In fact, it's the primary point. The law and order should not get destabilized because of this. The common citizen should be peaceful. Less whatever they do, whichever CM they want, let them put in place. But the CM will be responsible for the entire manifesto points. That's what we are holding them responsible.
Yes, and they have also said that the first cabinet meeting is when they are going to fulfill the 5 promises at least that they have made. JVC Shriram, who has been closely following this election even for times now, what is your first assessment? Who do you think the scale is tipped in favor of right now, JVC?
First, I would like to compare the difference between what happens in BJP and what happens in Congress. Now, you can call it democratic, whatever it is, but this is what is the confusion they are having. So now almost every community, every social group is putting their hat on the ring, because you heard that Lingayat, because they have bigger numbers of 39 and Ukaliga is 21. So now it's going to be confusion. I go back to 1983 when Janata Dal came to power. They ought to do a balancing act, because Devagowda wanted to be the CM, Bommai wanted to be the CM, but they brokered a peace saying that if any one of them is made the CM, then the other community will get hurt, because one was Okaliga and one was a Lingayat. They made a Brahmin chief minister in Ramakrishna Egde. So are we going to look at a situation like that? Like, say, probably like what they did in Punjab of making Channi the CM. So are they going to make somebody like Dr. Parameshwara belonging to Dalit community? If that is the case, then it will be a very ineffective chief minister. And that is what would happen, because he would be sandwiched between two powerful entities. Because mind you, Siddaramaiah is a powerful leader as far as people and his community is concerned. But his community numbers are only 8%, but he is regarded by Muslims and other OBCs also. And DK Shivakumar is an extremely powerful leader, but not as popular as that of Siddaramaiah as far as people are concerned. But here it is where, what is the high command thing? The high command would feel that it would be easier to deal with somebody like a Shivakumar than to deal with somebody like a Siddaramaiah. Because we all know Siddaramaiah can be headstrong and it is his way. So as a result of which he will be a bigger thorn and he will be less resourceful for high command as they go into the 2024 elections compared to that of a DK Shivakumar. But what would work against DK Shivakumar? Because I'm looking at all the permutations and combination. Now, the people who are promoting or who are supporting Siddaramaiah would say that their argument would be that there are several cases pending against DK Shivakumar, and in the next 1 year, if the ED, if the IT and all those people start, calling him for investigation, which they've called him many a times, so that is also going to put administration into paralysis.
Okay.
So
Taking on the corruption point,
situation.
because it's interesting you mentioned that as a disadvantage of DK Shivakumar, because Sanket Yenagi, that is one point. The 40% remark that was made by the contractor against Ishwarappa, Congress made a campaign out of that graft issue. Now, if DKS gets some sort of a leverage in the government, how will it reflect on the Congress?
So, insofar as 40% commission charges are concerned, the party has been very firm and it will order for investigation into those allegations.
Yes, but that is in the past right now. Once the police have already cleared Ishwarappa of that. But my point was, if DKS, who's facing so many allegations of tax evasion, money laundering, has been to jail, is out on bail, is your choice, how will Congress justify that?
So first of all, let the legislative party members decide the leader. That is one thing, but that needs to be done. It is too early for us to decide or say anything on this issue. And secondly, let us make 2-3 points very clear here. There is no charge of corruption against Mr. DK Shivakumar. The charges are against Mr. DK Shivakumar for the disproportionate assets or for the money laundering under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. The ED is investigating. So the charges of corruption are not there at all against Mr. DK Shivakumar. So these are two different entities of the issues which can be decided. So in my opinion, the charges of corruption cannot be leveled against Mr. DK Shivakumar. And the charges like amassment of wealth or such other investigations which are pending now for the investigation before the ED may not probably weigh much as against Mr. DK Shivakumar.
Anand Gurumurthy, do you agree?
Pardon?
Technically speaking, amassing wealth is not corruption.
No. See, those things are for the courts and other things, the agencies to decide. They will decide. We, as an opposition, we will not leave them. That is for sure. Okay, but individually, I don't want to poke one person and say he's corrupt, he's doing this. Instead, I would say generically, all politicians must have a transparent and clean records. That is good for the nation. But I want to request through the Congress spokesperson to Congress Party as the principal opposition party today. We know very well that we are the opposition party, and that is what it is. And I just want to appeal to them that stop this kind of halagulla things, which is, spoiling the peace of the state. Okay, you just stop it as soon as possible, because even the police and the administration, which has been already stretched out from the last 1 month, needs some kind of rest and reply.
And we do. And even we also would want
even the journalists, even the journalists and
to come into power very quickly. And JVC Sriram, is there a vacation waiting for you as well? I'm hoping there is a vacation waiting for you. But
please start with the governance part, which we are interested in looking at, and we will point out the mistakes one by one. We won't
as should any responsible opposition do. But JVC Sriram, who would you bat for? Because Shamanu Shankarappa today says, and we know why it is important that he says that why can't a Lingayat be a CM? He's obviously batting for his son. He's the one who got the Veerashaiva Lingayats to support the party. Do you think there is a chance that Vokaliga CM will not be there? Party might decide, the High Command might decide that in the longer run it will be better for them to probably pick a Lingayat Chief Minister. Are there any surprises?
No. I don't expect a Lingayat CM, because I think Lingayat support was just a transient one which they got in this election. They're not going to get it again. BJP made certain mistakes. I don't want to talk about those things right now. And as a result of which, Lingayats, first time after 1989, they've turned against BJP and have voted for Congress. But Congress themselves know pretty well that either DK becomes the chief minister or Siddaramaiah becomes the chief minister. The Lingayats are going to go back to BJP. They need some precision, which would happen. So I rule out a Lingayat chief minister as of now. And if there is a Lingayat chief minister, it can be a blunder for Congress.
Okay.
Because it is not the social base for them. And what they would do is, in midway, they will have to change the Lingayat CM, like what they did for Virendra Patel. And that would cause them, they will take another 3 decades for Lingayats to actually look at Congress as a viable alternative.
Why do you think this is only a transient shift of vote base?
No. I think Lingayats probably were upset for certain obvious reasons, because they felt that Yediyurappa had not been the chief minister. They were not very happy with Bommai, and there was anti-incumbency, everything put together. And they also felt, because that's what I gather from when I talk to the seers also, and I've also met seers across the districts, that they probably felt that Congress is going to come back to power and they wanted to support this time.
Okay.
But it is not going to be forever. It is not going to be forever. They just need some clarity in terms of who is going to be the Lingayat face of BJP post the Yediyurappa period, because Yediyurappa is still in politics.
But if I were to see your argument from another point of view, wouldn't that make it more lucrative for the Congress in order to retain what you see as a transient vote base in the longer run?
Yes,
because there is also the Lok Sabha elections next year.
Yeah, Priya. It's not a viable one, because neither DK Shivakumar nor Siddaramaiah are going to allow. There is going to be serious governance issues. Like what happened to, that's what I'm saying. Like Virendra Patel was chief minister for 321 days. And that kind of situation would come. And if that kind of situation comes and a Lingayat chief minister is replaced by Okalega, or a Lingayat chief minister is replaced by a Kuruba or an SC candidate, they can forever, for the next 3 decades, they can never think of getting the support of Lingayats. And that would spell disaster for Congress, as a result of which they would not enter into that kind of misadventure.
So Nikhil Jain, right now it looks like Congress is only looking at a formula that will be less disastrous for them instead of what is going to be the best case scenario.
To see, Priya, I think Mr. Sriram would love to have the problem that the Congress is having in Karnataka right now, that as a couple of tall leaders, DK Shivakumar, Siddaramaiah and others, right? It is not like the BJP, which has no solid leader who has a solid footing, pan-state presence. Secondly, Mr. Sriram, I think, must realize that when he says Lingayats will definitely come back to the BJP, it's only a transient vote shift. I think that is the very arrogance, which is why we've seen Lingayats vote for the Congress in record numbers. The BJP has essentially taken the Lingayats for granted. Ki come what may, you will have to vote for us. We will run a 40% Sarkara. We will run the most corrupt government you've ever seen. We will communalize the state, but you will have to vote for us. I think this taking for granted of a single community by the BJP, as if it, I don't want to use bad words, but that is the reason why the Lingayat community also has turned to the Congress in this election. Because let's face it, there is no Lingayat leader in the state larger than Yediyurappa. Honestly, I don't think any Lingayat leader in Karnataka is of a matchable stature to Yediyurappa. Despite that, so many Lingayats have voted for the Congress.
I'm sorry, Nikhil, I'll have to interrupt you there because I'm getting information. We will resume this discussion. We're getting information that outside the Shangri-La Hotel, where CLP meeting is going on, there has been some sort of ruckus. Imran, tell us more.
Well, absolutely, the cops are having a hard time to control the crowd here between DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah supporters. Earlier, both the groups came face to face, and there was a ruckus created. The cops had to bring in additional force here. Now, trying to move away the supporters of both DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah away from the main hotel gate. We have just with the DK supporters here. But Siddaramaiah supporters are saying. Wait a second. Wait, Siddaramaiah supporters saying that because of Siddaramaiah, we've got so much majority in Karnataka. The Ahinda votes came because of him.
Sir, no, Ahinda, nothing. Otherwise, DK Shivakumar also Okliga. Okliga, all communities, we have won in 56. What is that? And otherwise, Siddaramaiah already 5 years already done the government. Then what? He is 75. He is due to support to DK. All Karnataka. With respect to Siddaramaiah, is given to support to DK, all support to.
My question is that if High Command goes with Siddaramaiah looking at Lok Sabha elections, will this be acceptable to your supporters?
All issue bloody nonsense. That is all issue bloody nonsense. This idea, I don't know who will give one. But one thing I tell you, after 1 year you told me no, that Lok Sabha election. After Lok Sabha is not given to DK Shivakumar, party did not come. Well, Wakliga voters not put in.
Sir, last 5 years, Siddaramaiah Congress Party has given an opportunity to become a CM. After that, he has not won the Congress Party. He has failed to bring the Congress Party into power. Now, without power, DK Shivakumar has bought 136 seats. It is a...
So you mean to say no contribution from Siddaramaiah?
No, it is a Janadesha. It is Janadesha as given to DK has to become a CM. Not anybody else.
Heard from DK supporters, of course, they will say that there is no contribution from Siddaramaiah, only from them. We can see the barricade here. I'll come back. You want to say something?
Sir, one thing I tell you, DK Shivakumar is Congress for 40 years in Congress Party. He is the party is born in congressman.
But they say mass leader is Siddaramaiah.
Mass leader, what level? DK also mass leader and class leader. Yeah. Everybody asking to DK. Why we should come to here? I am a youth.
Let me take another viewpoint here. As you heard, DK Shivakumar's supporters saying that DK should be given a chance because he, without being a chief minister, just a party president, allowed DK to come to power. You can see here the cops are trying to ensure that there's no, both of them doesn't come face to face. This side, right in front of the hotel where the meeting is happening. I can ask my cameraman show you. We're right in the middle. This side is to my right is the DK Shivakumar supporters, and center is the hotel now where we're here. But now they have been asked to move away from here. The cops have become in the middle as a barrier. Now here is the Siddaramaiah supporters here. Sir, DK Shivakumar supporters saying because without Siddaramaiah already got power for 5 years. Let DK Shivakumar get power now.
Why means because when since 2013 से 2018 तक जब सिद्धरामैया साहब सीएम हुआ था ना तब पूरा क्या गवर्नमेंट चल रहा था अच्छा सा चल रहा था
Only thing I'm saying here, only thing, wait man, only things I'm saying here, only 15 members wants to, DK Shivakumar wants to become CM, but the whole Karnataka people wants to Siddaramaiah CM only in Karnataka. So that reason, the Siddaramaiah only leader for all people, and it included with the common people.
DK Shivakumar support is saying that he's the one who worked hard for the party to bring the party to power.
That is
because of Siddaramaiah, the government has come now. Because of Siddaramaiah.
Sir, only 15.
Nikhil Jain, you were making a point, but also add to it a response to what you see happening outside the meeting venue.
I also wanted to ask Mr. Nikhil.
See, I think this is just over-enthusiastic supporters of two very tall leaders in the state.
Mr. Gurumurthy, I'll come to you.
Sorry,
Nikhil Jain, I
Priyal,
interrupted him. Let him finish his point. I'll come to you. Yes, Nikhil.
See, my point was essentially that the Congress has a bunch of strong leaders in the state, Siddaramaiah, DK Shivakumar, MB Patil, others, and that is a problem that the BJP would have loved to have. So far as the Lingayats are concerned, the BJP took them for granted. They felt that they have no other place to go but to vote for the BJP, and the Lingayats have shown the BJP the door. They have voted for the Congress in record numbers, and what we're facing right now outside the Shangri-La Hotel and whatever in Bangalore and Karnataka, it is just the supporters, over-enthusiastic supporters of two very tall leaders of the state of the Congress. And both of them would, all these people would like their leader to be made the chief minister, but let the MLAs decide.
Anand Gurumurthy, it's just enthusiasm.
See, basically, I feel your political analyst also is very enthusiastic about Congress because more than a Congress spokesperson, he is talking for Congress and he's just, demeaning the leaders of BJP. So maybe my question to him is, on what data points is he telling? Okay, see, you cannot tell mass leader and other things in Karnataka especially. It's a very vast state with different kinds of communities. Okay, you cannot just say one person is a mass leader and other persons are all, just leaders who are useless or something like that. It's something which we have to understand in this state, and we have to that understanding will make our state better because this is a state with best talent. Okay, you cannot just say, okay, we'll pick only one caste, one this thing, and then finish the whole race. No, we have been doing this for quite long. So all political parties and political analysts must start talking about the vividity of this state and how we can bring in a smart leader who can convert this into the best state in this country. So that's not what people are doing.
You know, while all the talk of we are a democratic party, we let everybody speak is fine, we also saw what happened in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. Rahul Gandhi put up pictures very nicely, as he has done today. His picture with both the candidates. There have been concerted efforts throughout the Bharat Jodo Yatra and in the run-up to the counting day as well to show that there is nothing wrong between DKS and Siddaramaiah, that they're all together. But every single time we see a contention for the CM's post, in all this internal bickering, eventually it's the people of the state that suffer. See what is happening in Rajasthan today. Sachin Pilot is out on the streets accusing his own government. Why should people of Karnataka not feel disenchanted if same thing, we hope not, plays out in Karnataka?
Is it for me?
Yes, Mr. Yenagi.
So, that is a beauty of democracy, in fact, we should say. Because everyone who feels that he is competent enough or capable enough to become the chief minister would always claim to be the chief minister for the post of the chief minister. Where there are no leaders, there will not be any fight. And there will not be any competition. Where there is a dictatorship, there also there is no competition. I'm not saying which party follows the dictatorship, which party says that there is no leader in that party. I'm not pointing out anything as such here in this discussion, but I would say when there are several people among the party members who are claiming to become the chief minister or something else, it shows that they are capable. Sometimes they may not be capable as well, but they are capable. And if we have a larger number, that is the beauty of democracy, which gives an opportunity for everyone to claim so, and an opportunity for the other members also to elect their leader.
JVC Sriram, what Congress is calling beauty of democracy, do you think it is going to become an ugly scenario for them if it does not work out peacefully this time around when it comes to 2024? Because this unity is very important.
That beauty was very beautifully seen in Punjab, where they had abundance of talent, and where is the talent now? That beauty is being orchestrated now in Rajasthan, where there is a, I do not know whether Sachin Pilot belongs to Congress party or which party. He's up on a revolt against Ashok Gehlot. That was seen in Madhya Pradesh, where it forced Jyotiraditya Scindia to walk out of the Congress party. That was seen in Assam, the beauty was seen in Assam, where a talented Himanta Biswa Sharma was not allowed to function as a leader, as a result of which they lost. I can go on and on and on and on. The beauty of Congress democracy is what has seen Mamata Banerjee, Sharad Pawar, Jagan Mohan Reddy, all of them out of Congress. And they want to continue to live in fool's paradise. Nobody can stop them from doing that. They can continue to live in the kind of fool's paradise and keep continuing to celebrate one or two victories which happen once in 5 years and keep blaming BJP and Narendra Modi and other parties for their own downfall. But I can tell you, if they don't clear this mess, people of Karnataka who repose faith on Congress party are going to get disillusion. Common man is going to get disillusion because they made false allegations, they made promises, they said guarantee will be delivered on the first day, but on the first day after the verdict itself, only a fight is going on who should become the CM. And what compromise are going to be made, God only knows. And we are in, I wish Karnataka is in for development times, but what is happening today is extremely unfortunate and it is not giving me good signs and good vibes.
Okay, we will resume this discussion in a bit. A lot of action happening on the ground. We'll also get you an update as to what is that we're expecting from the meeting to come out tonight, if anything at all. Because remember, Mallikarjun Kharge said that the process is going to be collection of data or information today, sending it back to Delhi. Then there'll be discussion. 2 to 3 days is the timeline that he had referred to. But given the scenes that are playing out right now, we don't think that the decision can be made that quickly. We will come back to resume that discussion after a very short break.